During NFL Week 2, the 49ers beat Seattle 27-7. And here's the big news from this game. 49ers starting quarterback Trey Lance broke his ankle, and he is now out for the year. He got hurt on a designed quarterback run right up the middle. It was just a regular 2nd and 8 play in the first quarter. And, now the result is that 1 game and a quarter into the year, 5 quarters into the season, Trey Lance, the 49ers' young quarterback, is out for the year. And look, I believe that 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan deserves some of the criticism for this injury. I know he's not intentionally getting people hurt. He's not the guy who broke the ankle. He's not choosing to injure his players. But philosophically, I do not like how Kyle Shanahan historically has used his quarterbacks when they have the ability to run the football. When Kyle Shanahan gets a quarterback who's got the ability to run the football at a high level, he leans on that ability way too much. You see a lot of designed quarterback runs, running between the tackles, using his quarterback basically like a running back or kind of like a wildcat quarterback. And history will tell you, this is not the first time Kyle Shanahan has had a quarterback get hurt under his coaching. RG3, under his coaching in Washington, got hurt. Trey Lance even got banged up last year. Now he's out for the year. And I absolutely love when a quarterback can run the football. It's one of the reasons why I look at college football right now, and it's such a blast to watch. There are so many guys who can run around and make plays. Caleb Williams, Bryce Young are two that come to mind. I'm like, man, it's so much more fun when a quarterback can run around and extend plays. And if I'm a coach, that's who I would want to work with, is a guy who can run around and extend plays and can avoid sacks and keep plays alive. And in today's day and age, it's becoming a necessary part of the quarterback position that you have the ability to run around and extend plays. But running for a quarterback is a tool, not a crutch. And Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion, leaned way too heavily on designed quarterback runs with Trey Lance. This has always been the case with Trey Lance. I've always been like, I don't like how much he runs the football. I don't like how many hits the guy's taking. And it feels like it cost him here. The entire 2022 season now is not going to be one that Trey Lance, the former number 3 overall pick, is going to be able to play in. And that's unfortunate. And I think some of this goes on Kyle Shanahan. Now, fortunately for Coach Kyle's sake, the 49ers still have a quarterback who can play, Jimmy Garoppolo. He came in off the bench. He played pretty well, won the game. And look, Jimmy G can be the starter all year for San Francisco. He's done it before. And in fact, in kind of a weird way, Trey Lance getting hurt ends any kind of quarterback controversy that there could have been, because now there literally can't be one. They only have one quarterback who's starting caliber, and it's going to have to be Jimmy G the rest of the year. And Jimmy Garoppolo is going to do a good job. He's done a solid job in the past. He, before he got replaced, he took the 49ers to 2 NFC title games. He took them to a Super Bowl. They lost, but still, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo is solid. Even if he leaves something to be desired, he's still a decent quarterback who's going to do well. But it has to be a frustration for 49er fans that they have no idea really how good Trey Lance is. It's tough. It's a big unknown. I think there's a lot of talent there. I've compared him regularly to Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. Although we saw something week 1 that I don't mean to delve into the personal life of Trey Lance, but there's something that happened with Trey Lance that I can't imagine Justin Herbert doing this. I can't imagine Josh Allen doing this. Let's recap 2022 so far for Trey Lance. Week 1, he looked bad. He did not throw the ball very well. I was as generous as I possibly could be and blamed it on the weather. I said, it's rainy, it's wet. Let's try to see Trey Lance in better conditions. But then after the game, and I saw a post on Instagram, it's hilarious. Hey, the real stat of the week is that somehow he got showered, did his post-game interviews, and still an hour and 20 minutes after the game ended, was in a strip club throwing ones around. I don't know how you do that. It's a terrible look for your quarterback who, after a loss, after looking bad, you're at the strip club turning up. That's terrible. I can't endorse that. And I cannot imagine Justin Herbert in his first year starting in LA doing something like that after a loss. That's not a good look. So after a bad loss with a bad event that happened afterward, week 2, he broke his ankle. He's out for the year. Oh, yeah. Also, by the way, before the year even started, his team made a point to re-sign their former starting quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, a move that did not feel like a vote of confidence, in my opinion. So, Trey Lance is in a confusing spot. I think he had an immature moment after the game, going to a strip club. I've got vices. We all have vices. I take too many edibles. I do dumb stuff. But that's a bad look for your franchise quarterback after a loss like that, to be caught in that moment. You're not James Harden. And James Harden rightfully gets criticized a ton for that kind of stuff. The dude has a lot of talent, Trey Lance. He's a former number 3 overall pick in 2021. I think he's got potential to be the best quarterback in that draft class. Trevor Lawrence is awesome. I think Trey Lance can do stuff running the football that Trevor Lawrence simply cannot do. But right now, it's still not clear whether he's even going to become the long-term solution at quarterback in San Francisco. Let alone, is he going to become the star quarterback I think he's capable of becoming? And what's even worse is it's going to be a long time before we get answers. He's now not going to be on the field all year. We got to wait a whole another year till we find out how good Trey Lance really is or can be. And I would imagine for 49ers fans, that's incredibly frustrating. And it feels like kind of a waste of a year. Like, we drafted this kid. We hope he's our guy. There's a lot of doubt surrounding him. This was the year. The objective of this season was to figure out how good is Trey Lance and how good can he be and progress him and get him better. Now it's just a year he's going to be recovering and waiting and hopefully growing as a player and watching film. And I hope he can learn a lot from Jimmy Garoppolo simply by watching film and going to practice and being engaged from the sidelines. But man, is this not good news for Trey Lance. It's not good news for 49er fans. And the fact that now the uncertainty is going to continue on for a whole nother year surrounding Trey Lance, that has got to be a massive, massive blow to the 49ers franchise.